It's early in the morning. I'm going to explain everything soon. Uh, Autistic is kicking in. Boom, boom. First off, shameless plug for my book. It's not about anything I'm talking about, it's about the pandemic of policies in 2019, which is my master's thesis turned into book form. And I like it. So here's what I'm thinking right now. Multiple factors. I have a bunch of, it's my day off. I'm up at 5. I have a bunch of lawn work to do on my property. I have a lot of lawn work and bush trimming to do on 2 of my neighbors' properties. I have to clean my house, deep clean it, which I have wood floors throughout my house. So that's dry vac, sweep, dry vac, wet vac, and pick everything up before all that. Dishes are done. And then, yeah, mow the back lawn, front lawn, neighbor's lawn, and then trim a bunch of bushes for the other neighbor. And also 2 days ago was just, I don't want to talk too much about it. Just because I know I'll just get angry again. I finally became unangry and trying to get back to neutral, like my mom always says. Uh, I'm pretty much there this morning, so I don't want to talk about the top news on Twitter or everywhere you look, the top news. It's sad, it's evil. It has to come to an abrupt and immediate end, and I believe it will. I might do a stream about it where I cuss a bunch and get real angry, but not this one. So I'm gonna not talk about that news. Um, Markets open today. It's Friday, September 12th, and markets will open today. I just want to situate. There is some new news, a lot of new Trump Media Group Crow strategy news. Uh, the TLDR is we're kind of in limbo right now. Personally, I got all the signs pretty much right. I just invested too early. So I'm negative on Cronos and I'm negative on Yorkville Corp because I just don't know enough. But I got a long position, so I'm not panicking. Diamond hands hodl. But yeah, it's I got in too early, which is weird because usually when you read the signs and you get into positions before the news comes out, that's a good thing. But this time it wasn't for some reason, and I'm trying to figure that part out. And the part why I think that all the prices went down after the amazing news broke. Sorry, I'm stuffy in the morning till I get moving. Itchy and stuffy. That's my mornings. So what I think that has to do with like why all this great news about billions of dollars and changing the history forever of finance and crypto, all that great news, and the prices went down. Everything else is going up, but these specific prices went down. If I just had to guess, it has to do with Apple and Google and why the business combination is not closed yet. Obviously, I have no idea. I'm not on the inside, but I assume here's my logic. I assume they would want to close it as soon as possible and make money as fast as possible. So I assume that's the founding partners in the business combination are trying to get it closed as soon as possible. So there's an opposing force, which Devin Nunes on the X22 report only describes as Google and Apple being the overlords, and we're waiting on them to make decisions about the strategic partnership or the business combination or both. He wasn't clear on that, but he was representing TMTG, so yeah, I don't know. So, sorry. Um, he also said, also buy my book if you want. Thank you. Uh, it was the transcript of the interview, which was a. I'm leaving all that. Golden Age. What is this? Oh, Golden Age. That was the guy in the chat the other day. Seemed pretty cool. Um, okay, I got to go to the filings, which is none of this stuff. I don't see it. I don't even feel like researching right now. So let's keep it at that. But he said, Devin Nunes said in the X22 interview that Google and Apple are the overlords. He said it twice. And he also said about the strategic partnership, the gyms are and all that are ready to go, which they are updated. If you're get the Patriot package for Truth Social, it'll get a new icon where it'll show you your gyms, and maybe I could show that online. Oh wait, no, I haven't. Oh, it doesn't do it on. It only does it on the phone. It's usually right here. You Oh, there it is. Okay, had to read. So I got a little bit of gyms, and so that's rolling it out. That's phase one. Can't do it with it yet, and also they're developing an AI, so that's cool. And hopefully it's not like the leftist AI where it's going to try to cut its dick off and kill its shit. See, I'm angry. I gotta keep that shit in check. My plan on how to cope with that is to just do a bunch of manual labor, lift a bunch of weights, and then eat some food, and then be too physically tired to get angry. That's my plan. What do they say? The trick to a healthy life is stacking crypto, working out, and touching grass. So you got to get outside, get your feet in your lawn, connect with the ground, connect with dirt, do some gardening, look at the trees, stack bitcoins, and work out. That's a key to a happy life, I heard. So yeah, there was some developments, and this is going to be a short one, so might not even be worth tuning in. Don't say that about your own podcast. Is this a podcast or a live stream? Whatever. Uh I won't be here at opening bell. I'm not gonna do a marathon. That was tough last time. I went to work. I was in a daze, just spaced out all day, but worth it. Documented some dang history. So the Google and Apple overlords part, I hit a wall on that. Don't know. Nobody's talking about it. I can't find any videos about it. Nobody's bringing it up. It's not important to anybody on the planet except me. I can't find anything. Um, so I hit a wall on that one. I have two guesses, just two speculative guesses. One, it's about wallets, digital wallets, and how that's going to roll out, and Google and Apple's chunk of the pie, legal terms, whatever, profits around the Play Store and the Apple Store. That's guess one. Guess two is Apple and Google are silent investors into Yali Pin, and some of that $5 billion in the line of credit from Yali Pin is going to be from Apple and Google. So that's my two guesses. Don't know. No one's talking about it. I mean, I've been waiting for Devin Nunes to hit me back, hit me up, or Dave from X22, or even President Trump. Give me a ring. I'll make time. No, I know they're busy. They're saving the world, so I get it. Yeah, even Chris, Crypto Chris. I don't even know his last name yet. Uh, yeah, it'll. That's the part I can't figure out, and I think that's the part that's holding up the business combination. Because Devin Nunes said I had the transcripts, but in the X22 interview, it's on the SEC reportings on mcga.com. Go to their SEC filings, and it's there. Actually, is that the SEC file? Is it? Actually, it's under YorkvilleAC.us. Their SEC filings is where you could find the transcript for the X22 interview, or just watch the X22 interview. It's a good interview. So yeah, that's my guess. This is kind of a slow moving podcast today. I'm still kind of warming up my brain, trying to figure out which the order of operations for my day to day. Chickens are going to be out in about an hour and a half, because I can't clean the house until they're out, and I can't mow the back lawn till I get them in or away. Because part of me is like, if I wait another month, the leaves are going to fall, and then it's going to be another 2 months. It's going to be snowy. I might not have to mow the back lawn ever again. But I got a weed whip. Interesting topic. So that's where I'm at. Oh wait, well, there's something else. So I just started a Twitter. So if you're at it's CJ Butcher Ipsy YPSI. So I did some posts on there. I did a bunch of never mind. So the key for me, I don't want to walk through it all. I guess, did I walk through this yet? September 5th, 26th, 10th. Okay. So I guess I'll walk through it. It's worth documenting. Okay, this is a forward looking statement. So, currently, Yorkville Acquisition Corp, September 12th, Yorkville Acquisition Corp is trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker MCGA, Make Cronos Great Again. Yorkville Acquisition Corp will be renamed to Trump Media Group Crow Strategy Incorporated upon the closing of the proposed business combination. So, I mean, they've been good with information so far, timely. So they'll probably do an announcement before the ticker changes. Like, oh, I would want it today. They will do it like on make the announcement on a Friday night or something after the close of business, the close of the NASDAQ, and then change it for the opening Monday, like they did with MCGA. Um, so I see also something very important is the 17th rate cuts. Would they want to have it live before? Okay, so let's metagame this. Would they want to have the Trump Media Group Crow strategy live and all the assets in the treasury, the Crow in the treasury, and the bonds and the warrants and the cash, all and the $5 billion from Yali Pin, ready to roll? Would they want that before the rate drops from the Fed or after? So the rate drops would boost. Yeah. Okay. So uh, rate drops from the Federal Reserve typically lead to a decrease in the value of the dollar. Lower interest rates reduce the return on investments in the assets. Okay. So, because I got to go through all my shit. I did a lot of posting yesterday. And it's all important. I'm not making light of it at all. I just can't get into that shit. I can't get into this shit right now. I come back to that. That's what I'm covering right now, I guess. Uh, oh man, I did some posting the other day. Maybe it's not even on here. I'm looking for a very specific. Oh yeah, okay. So right now we're talking about the value of crypto with respect to the US dollar, which at the same time, the Bank of London, the Federal Reserve is the Bank of London. It's private investors, bankers based out of London, and it's not federal. The Federal Reserve is not a federal entity, and it does not have your reserves. It's a choke point. It's a choke leash on your liberty. That's all it is. It needs to go away. So what we what you see is Bitcoin's increasing in value. It's going up in value. And you're like, wow, it's becoming so much more valuable. Not That's not the case. It's going up in numbers because we're comparing it to the dollar, which Bitcoin has actually always been level. The dollar is just decreasing in value because it's being crashed, which is the fourth turning, which every fiat always returns to its original inherent intrinsic value, which is zero. the Federal Reserve note has zero intrinsic value. It's not worth a damn. So they kind of keep juicing it up, keep shocking it back, putting it on life support because it keeps wanting to die because it's dead. It's not a real currency. It's a fiat currency, not based on anything. So it keeps wanting to return to zero, which is where it belongs, is zero. And you have to do tricky things to keep it non-zero. Like 9/11. You have to do that to keep it going. So Bitcoin has been level this entire time. Its value, its intrinsic value has remained the same for what, 15, 20 years, something like that? You see this Bitcoin going up and up and up because the dollar is the dollar. The dollar is unit one. That's not the case. Bitcoin has been level, has been 100% its same exact value for 15 years, 20 years. It's the US dollar that's decreasing. And that makes it look like Bitcoin's going up. So the rate drop. So back to that's the weave. I did the weave, and I remembered where I need to end back up to is I'm gonna speculate again that they would want the Treasury open, the MCGA Trump Media Group Crows strategy open before the rate cuts, because that'll drop the dollar. The rate cuts will drop the dollar, which will make everything else increase because your dollar is worth less. That means everything compared to the dollar is worth more. You have to have more of those to make a dollar. And right? No, that doesn't seem right. See, I'm not good at thinking while I'm streaming, like deep thinking, trying to like critical thinking, putting my thoughts together. I'm good at saying my thoughts, or not good, but adequate at saying my thoughts while I'm online. But if anything requires critical thought and actually like putting the puzzle pieces together, I can't do that online. So, but this says the Fed, it'll decrease the dollar, which will juice everything else. So I think, so that'll make this, which will make it look like every Bitcoin going up, Cronos going up. I got into some Pepe. I got into some Dogecoin, just cover my bases. Because my guess is once people hear about this stuff and how crypto is just pumping like crazy because of the rate cuts and everything else, they're just going to jump in, not do their research, and just jump into some shit coins. And that's fine with me. So okay. My hypothesis is that Yorkville Acquisition Group will change to Trump Media Group Crow strategy before the rate drops. I think they will want to be in position, have the Crow in the Treasury before the rate drops. Because when you're staking Crow, that's independent of interest rates. Like your return on investments, the interest, the Crow you're staking on the blockchain is independent of interest. The Crow, the rewards are the interest. So the more Crow you stake on the blockchain, the more rewards you get at a certain percent. That's independent from the Federal Reserve and the interest on the dollar. So, but what is tapped together is this: cryptocurrency is worth a certain thing, the dollar keeps going down. That makes this cryptocurrency look like it's going up. So when we cut the rates, the dollar's going to go down. That's going to make it look like Cronos is going up compared to a less valuable dollar, which is fine by me. So I think that's going to happen before the rate changes on the 17th. We're getting the so from my research, what we have, like was it Polygraph or what, or Poly Markets, whatever, the betting place. I should know that name. They 100% chance of a rate drop. Most likely 25 basis points, which is 0.25%. But the chance of a 50% or 50 basis points cut is increasing. It was at 20% last time I checked and rising. So 100% chance of a rate cut, probably 0.25%. Increasing chance over 20% of a 50 basis points, 0.5%, which will juice the market. Trump's calling for a 75 to 100. And there's a high probability of 2, maybe even 3 rate cuts this year before the end of 2025. So we could be at a 1%. Trump wants it like 2% down. And let's go. Let's juice the market. So we'll see what happens. That's the September 17th next week. So I'm not an expert. This is not financial advice. But my very best guess is that the business combination will close before the rate. They announce the rate cuts next Thursday, the 17th. So we'll see. We'll see. And no way of knowing. I'm trying to get old Devin Nunes to hit me back, man. So we'll see that. And so there's no real juicy tidbits of info today, except that one. Ew. We will know the business combination closed when this Yorkville Corporation Group, where it says it right here, that will say Trump Media Group Crow Strategy. Still be MCGA, but this will say Trump Media Group Crow Strategy. That'll be the confirmation that the business combination closed. But they will also probably send out an announcement because they've been really good about that. Not at the time I want. It took me 3 weeks to do some digging. And then right when I figured it all out, that's when they did the announcement. And like this, I was talking about it for weeks. Well, this for a week because I just kind of stumbled on that. And they just went ahead and gave everybody the cheat sheet. They gave everybody the cheat sheet after I spent weeks on there. And I'm not salty at all or peanut butter and jealous. Just kidding. This isn't it. Oh, that's not it. Yeah. The new one. I guess I didn't cover the new one. Okay, cool. This one, that's this. Okay, got it. I guess I am covering it. They got our numbers somewhere. And that's what I posted online. Yeah. So, was having a conversation with some people in the live chat. To me, this is confirmation. Um, the 5 billion from Yali Penn, not available. That will not be available until this right here, Yorkville acquisition changes to Trump Media Group Crow strategy. That's when the 5 billion is available, and the backstop that Yorkville and their affiliates, Yali Penn, will purchase uh, Class A stock in there up to 9.9%. Not available yet until this changes. But this, as of September 9th, see, it's hard reading. Well, it's forward facing lingo. Will the new digital assets. And then it says the expected structure. So as of September 9th, the expected, so a past speaking, because this is September 10th, this came out. Crow tokens. Okay, here we go. I'm getting autistic on it. Here we go. So 6.313 billion Crow tokens as of September 9th. So as of September 9th, this number of Crow tokens locked in. Could go up, could go down. But this number of Crow tokens exists. Worth this amount, this much. You do the calculus like we did, that's 15.3%. It's already bought. I think it was already bought because yeah. So we went over this in the last stream, and it was a cool debate. Like I'm really glad some people brought it up in the chat. Helps me kind of refine my jagged corners. So that was really cool. And so yeah, I think they already purchased this. I think it's staked on the blockchain. I think they made $685 million on it already, and that's at like Cronos at 26 cents. So maybe a little less now, but when they announce this news, change this ticker or change this title, and the rate cuts come next week, they could make an easy billion this month, and then a couple billion before the end of 2025, and then it keeps compounding because it's staked on the blockchain. This is the infinite money group, infinite money glitch on steroids. Because the Bank of London, the Nazi world order, their plan to destroy is to get the U.S. and the West, the whole Western world, on this Federal Reserve note and get you tethered to it and get you in prison bars staked to it, and then crash it so your whole everything comes crashing down. That's their plan. MAGA's plan and MCGA's plan is to just kind of step off that boat. So they're going to sink their boat. The Federal Reserve and the Bank of London and the Nazi world order and all the satanic leftists are shooting holes in their boat, and they're just trying to sink the boat because they're trying to sink you. And so we just stepped off the boat. Like, you guys, you shouldn't do that. And we'll sink this boat. Like, that if you want. So they're sinking the boat, which is the US dollar, which is their civilization. We started 10 years ago, we started a parallel economy, a parallel civilization. We're going to the golden age. They're going to shit-filled streets with drug needles all over their BLM sign. That's two different worlds. We don't want that world. They don't want our golden age. So be it. Sink your boat, have fun. Um, so that's where we're at, and we're trying to get a golden age. They're trying to smear human poop and needles on their BLM signs, and we're trying to build mansions with swimming pools. It's just two different worlds, two different. The pursuit of happiness is different for MCGA and the woke. Their happiness is nasty, gross shit to me. So be it. That's liberty. You could have disgusting shit. That's yours. I don't want that. So here we are. So yeah, technically this is good news. We are. I convinced myself 100% that we will see the Yorkville Acquisition Court change to Trump Media Group Crow strategy before next Thursday. That's what I'm betting on. That's what I believe at this point with this information, with no new news coming out. They could announce the news. This is a Friday. This is a big Friday. We need some juicy tidbits today. It's been a sad week, and so maybe they'll give us something happy. But with the news I have right now, I'm thinking it'll launch before next week, and it'll skyrocket. And I'm long term hold. And good luck at opening bell today. I won't be with you. I'll be with you in spirit, but not on the internets. But that's all I really got today. The sun's coming up. I gotta tend to my chickies, to my hens, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Stay positive the best you can. That Twitter and all that, like, it's depressing and sad. Like the woke's reaction. I'm not even gonna start talking about it. And let's get outside. Make good investments with your currency. Get outside, get some sunshine, stay hydrated, do some physical activity. You know, just have a good day, everyone. All right. So I love you, and we'll catch you next time. Uh, good luck.